Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha, and as you can tell, I'm in Toronto and it's snowing behind me. You guys can see it, right? It was snowing, it stopped snowing now, so I decided, let me do a video in the snow. My nose is getting cold. It's not that cold. Every time it snows or it rains in Canada or in Toronto, it gets warmer. Precipitation makes things warmer, so actually now it's pretty warm. Well, I mean, it's still 0 degrees or something, but it's still pretty warm compared to when it's really, really windy. In this video, I wanted to speak to you guys about boundaries. A lot of you guys have asked me how to create better boundaries as an INFJ. And such a good question. It's such a powerful question to ask. And the fact that you guys are asking it means that you're already halfway on your way to making it happen. A lot of us are not even aware as INFJs that we need boundaries. When I was a child, it was inconceivable to me that I would even create boundaries against the people that I loved and the people in my life, because if they needed me, I had to drop everything that I was doing in order to be there for them. You know, they needed me. As soon as they even said my name, I dropped everything and I walked over to the people that needed or wanted me, especially my family and friends. I mean, the people who are really, really, really close to me, right? The problem with that theory, or the problem with the way of doing things that way, is that you ignore yourself. You don't actually take care of yourself, and you ignore your own needs in order to take care of someone else. And that's the basic essence of an unhealthy INFJ. I'm sorry about the planes overhead. That's just the way it is. I live in the path of the flight, so I think that's the essence of being an unhealthy INFJ, is that you don't actually understand that your own needs come over everyone else's needs. It's such a simple thing to say it out loud, but for the longest time, I did not even understand that that was actually the truth. I didn't understand that my needs, if I have any needs, or obviously I do, but if I do have any needs at all, then those needs are a priority and have to be a priority over everyone else's needs, no matter what they are, and especially if they contradict my needs. If someone else's needs contradicts mine, then my needs are always going to be a priority. And I always, there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And that's the basic essence of creating a boundary. And that's the basic essence of being an INFJ who's healthy. It's so important for you guys to understand this. It's so simple when I say it out loud. Oh, that's simple, that's nothing, I could do that. No, you cannot. Unless you actually create proper boundaries, you're not going to be able to do it, because as soon as push comes to shove and someone else says, oh, I need you, but it contradicts with your own needs, if you're an unhealthy INFJ or an INFJ who's not used to creating boundaries, you're going to say, well, it's only this one time, it's okay, I don't have to actually take care of myself today, I'll take care of myself tomorrow or day after tomorrow or the next week, I just have to take care of this person right now, and then I can take care of myself, right? And then this kind of goes into overdrive when you forget the fact that you even have to take care of yourself, because there's so many other people and things that desire your attention, that need you right now in this moment in time. Everything seems to be an emergency all of a sudden, and you are the only person who can solve all those fires. And so you go from one emergency to another emergency, one fire to another fire, helping everyone else and exhausting yourself in the process. I understand that you guys are probably empaths and you're highly sensitive, and if someone needs you and really, really needs you and is upset or sad or anything, we're going to feel like we have a priority. We need to go help that person. I'm being selfish, I should help that. But you guys know this, that you cannot help someone if your own cup is empty. If you are hungry and tired and sleepy and you haven't eaten properly in ages and you haven't taken care of yourself and you haven't done any self-care routine, you haven't meditated or you haven't gone for a walk or you haven't read your favorite books in a while, and if you're completely empty and you're going out to help someone else, not only are you not going to be able to give them the proper care that they deserve, but you're also going to deplete yourself further, and you're going to make yourself sick, and you're going to burn out. And as soon as an INFJ burns out, they're completely useless to the entire universe and to themselves, right? It takes us a long time to recover from that. I don't want you guys to ever get to that point of burnout, although I'm sure a lot of you guys have already experienced it, especially if you don't have proper boundaries. The main thing I want you guys to understand with all of this is that our needs, they have to be a priority. They have to be a priority because no one else is going to make it a priority, right? No one else is going to say, oh, cool, yeah, your needs are definitely more important than mine. Yeah, go ahead and do what you need to do. Also, because we will never actually articulate it out loud. We're never going to say, I'm sorry, I'm so tired today, I can't help you today. Or we're never going to say, oh, I'm so exhausted today, can you take care of me instead of me taking care of you? Those words will never come out of our mouth. I can't even imagine a situation where I've ever said that to anyone. I've never ever said those words, and I'm 35. And so I can't imagine any of you guys having ever said those words either, right? We have a really hard time as an INFJ asking for help. We have a really hard time as an INFJ telling someone else that we need them. Unfortunately, that's the case. We can't really do anything about it. That's our cross to bear, I guess. I don't know what else to say. But what we need to realize is that no matter what happens in the world, and the world will always need us. That's the funny part about it. There are always going to be emergencies. There's always going to be fires. There's always going to be people who are in dire need of our help. Always. No matter what happens, you could take a few days off and recover, because those fires and emergencies, they're still going to be there when you are recovered and you're fully charged to take care of them properly, right? But right now, in this moment in time, if you do not take care of yourself, and if you do not tell them, I'm sorry, I can't do this right now, I'm sorry, I have to take care of myself first, oh, however you want to say it, then you can tell them all of these things. You can go take your time and then come back and then help them and then do a really good job of it. And I know when an INFJ is fully charged and fully recuperated, they are the best INFJs out there. They can really make a difference in the world, and they can really help that individual who needs their help. Sometimes we're sitting there and we're exhausted and we're still helping someone and we're doing a really poor job of it. Not only that, but don't you remember those moments where you were really tired and this person forced you to help them and you resented them for it? You started hating that person, or you started despising them for it, or despising them, or feeling a sense of resentment and bitterness in your heart against them. Why would we want to feel those feelings? They're such harsh feelings, and they take up so much space in our heart. I want my heart to be pure and clean, devoid of all those random feelings, so then I can take care of myself and take care of the world with a pure heart, without any feelings of resentment or bitterness, right? I hope this makes sense. So the main priority you guys have is to understand that your health and your self-care routine, it's not just something that has to be put to the side. It's not something that you delegate to the bottom of your to-do list. It's not something that you do, or you do when you have time, because you're never going to have time. There's always going to be other things to do. It's something that you have to take care of first. The first thing you do before anything else, before taking care of anyone else, before doing anything for anyone else, is take care of yourself. Once you are recharged and you're rejuvenated and you're full, then yeah, go ahead and take care of other people. Obviously, that's the reason we're here. We're not here to be selfish beings. We're not here just to take care of ourselves, right? We're here to give back and to take care of this universe that we're placed in. Another thing I would really say about, it's a lot of reallys. Another thing I would say about boundaries is that you're not going to know what your boundaries are or where they are unless you know yourself, right? And that's another thing that I've been kind of articulating over and over and over again with all of my videos, is that unless you know yourself, how are you going to know where to place your boundaries, where your limits are? And that's where, again, the self-care routine and observing yourself comes into play, because every single day you watch yourself. You see, okay, what happens that causes me to be really tired? Or what happens when I get really rejuvenated? What kind of people am I around when I'm really happy? What kind of people am I around when I'm really tired or bitter? What kind of things happen that make me really powerful and energetic? And as time goes on, you'll start building a list of things that make you powerful and energetic and give you strength. And you'll make a list of things that give you bitterness and resentment and take away from you, right? The more you learn about yourself and the more you learn about yourself in this world that we live in, the better you'll be able to create boundaries, because you're going to know that this person, perhaps this individual, causes you to feel really tired, and so you're going to know that you can only spend maybe an hour or 2 hours with them, and then you have to leave. Or you know that another person really pumps you up, and you can't spend a whole day with them taking care of their needs or being with them, and you're totally fine with that. It doesn't really deplete you. Or it might be the fact that meditation isn't really for you. It doesn't make you feel energetic. It doesn't give you power. It doesn't do the things that maybe a walk does for you. So walking is more important to you than meditating. or reading a book is more rejuvenating to you perhaps than talking on the phone with a friend. So little by little, you're going to build this list of yourself, of what you like and what works for you, what doesn't work for you, right? And so when you are creating a boundary against someone, you know, you're not doing it randomly. You're not doing it because you want to be cruel. You're not doing it because you hate this person. You're doing it to take care of yourself, and you're doing it so that you can take care of the other person when you have the time for it, when you have the energy for it, when you are fully recharged. And that's when you're going to be able to do the best job possible. As I said, if your cup is empty, you cannot help refill someone else's cup. It's not going to work. An empty cup cannot fill in another empty cup, right? We need to fill ourselves first before we fill someone else. Again, I hope this makes sense to you guys. It's really one of the most important topics as an INFJ is to close ourselves off to those negative thoughts that we have when we take time for ourselves. You're not being selfish when you take time for yourself to take care of yourself. You're not being selfish when you're doing your self-care routines. You're not being selfish when you're saying no to someone else. No, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. No, I'm sorry, I cannot go to that event. No, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to take time off to rest and recuperate. It's all right to use that word. It's not a horrible word. I know we've been told not to use that word in the past, but no is actually one of the most important words you can learn as an INFJ. To tell people no, but give an explanation if you want to. Sometimes I just say no to people without giving an explanation because I don't need to explain myself. I don't have to. There's no need for me to do that. But perhaps you guys aren't there yet. So that's okay. Explain yourself. I'm sorry I can't do this because... And then you give them the reason. And if they don't understand, then perhaps they're not the right kind of person to be in your life. If someone can't understand that you're tired and you're hungry and you're depleted and you need time for yourself, then what use is that person in your life? How dare they not understand your own needs? Are you just an automaton? Are you just a robot there to take care of other people? Or don't you deserve your own time? Don't you deserve your own self-care time? It doesn't make any sense to me when people are like, well, you're just being selfish. I'm like, well, that's fine. If that's what you believe, all right, that's the end of our friendship, or that's the end of our relationship, because it's so important to me to take care of myself and to make sure that my boundaries are met. Again, I hope this makes sense to you guys. If you guys have any questions at all, please message me anytime. I'm here to answer all your questions. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.